Can I have a hello, please?
Hello. Hello.
We're so happy to have you here. That's how we say hello, G4G. It's always a big wave, okay? So welcome to all of you. It's so good to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Can I ask, if you are not speaking, that you please put yourself on mute, so that whoever is talking, otherwise there's a bit of an echo if you're not on mute. And
Okay.
can I also ask that you please make sure that your name is displayed on the screen, so that we can see who we're talking to when we have conversations. That's very important. And if you need to know how to do it, you click on the top right-hand corner of where your picture is, and you can change your name there. There's some lines there, and you can change your name there. All right. So how's that music, guys? That fantastic music that you all selected. Thank you so much. That was really brilliant. Thank you. And what we do when we want to be or compliment someone, we always do this. So if somebody does really well, we always click, okay? And that's one way of saying to somebody, wow, that was fantastic, well done. Okay, please. All right. So today, you are joining an amazing organization, and I'm going to just show you some slides just to get going and to tell you a little bit about what G4G is about. But there's something else that we always do at G4G, and what we do is we say something called the Woman's Prayer. And I'm going to just put it up on the screen, and I'm going to ask for a volunteer to read it. If you could just hold it a moment for me, please. All right. Who would like to volunteer to read the Women's Prayer? Ah, Priska, I love your enthusiasm. Our first courageous leader for the day. Thank you. Well done, Priska. We're going to put it on the screen now. Just hold it a moment. Sorry, my computer is very slow today for some reason.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. It's on holiday. Hold on a moment. We need it. Oh,
Ma'am, should I start?
hold on a moment. It's going to be on the screen shortly. There we go. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please, will you read it for us?
I am my sister's keeper. I will build my sister up, encourage her, empower her, and pray for her. I have no reason to talk about her, tear her down, be jealous of her, or to compete with her. I'm going to stand behind her and help push her into her destiny.
It was absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Such confidence. I can see that you already have that, the elements of what it takes to be an amazing communicator. Thank you so much. All right. So, we had some music playing, but I wasn't seeing much movement happening, okay? And the other tradition we always have at G4G is that we start the session with a bit of a dance. So to get the energy levels up and to make sure that you are all ready to go for the session, I'm going to play one of the nicest songs from your playlist, and I want to see you all moving. So turn those videos on and let's get some movement going. Hold on to me, please. Here we go. Aim with Cohort. Let's go. Okay. Videos on, girls. We're taking photos. I'm taking photos of you dancing. Please. That's what I like to see. Lots of action. Yes, that's it. Girls, get the energy up. I love it. I can see you got some red in there. Fantastic. Okay. Wonderful. Well done. Well done. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy that? Yeah? Yes. Show me some clicks if you enjoyed that. Fantastic. All right. Okay. So today, I just want to go through a little bit of some of you using Zoom for the first time. So just to give you some of the etiquette around using Zoom, what to do. If you would like to speak, please raise your hand. There's also at the bottom of your screen, you'll see reactions where you can raise your hand if you want to ask a question. I'm sorry, can I just ask the other co-hosts please to let people in as they're joining, if possible, please? Thank you. And then if you have any questions, you can also post them in the chat box, or if you want to make any comments, you can post them in the chat box. You'll also see some reactions at the bottom of the screen. You can clap for people if you want to clap, or you can put a thumbs up if you want to put a thumbs up. And then just normal etiquette is if you're not talking, please mute yourself so that the person who's talking can speak. So also, so that you know, we are recording the session, and that's why you have to complete all those forms this week. And we will send you little excerpts of them, and we will post some of the pictures on social media. So go and follow our social media pages so you can see yourselves and see how beautiful you all look, because you're looking amazing today, girls. All right. And now I'm just going to show you some more slides. Hold on a moment. Can you all see my screen? Yes?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
All right, so the session today. We from now till 9:30, I'm just going to give you an overview of what this session is about and what G4G is about. Then at 9:30, we're going to have the amazing Asnath Mahapa talk to us about. Please mute yourselves if you're not speaking. Thank you. From 9:30, we're going to have the amazing Asnath Mahapa speaking on building trust. And then from 10 to 11, we're going to go into the mentorship circles and you'll see who your mentors are. And then when we come back at 11, we're going to talk about some feedback from the circles, and then we're going to close for the day. We've got an action-packed morning for all of you. Okay. So I want to tell you a little bit about how G4G was started. Does everybody know who Harvard Business School is? Obviously, it was started at Harvard Business School by a group of 7 women in 2016, when the then president-elect Hillary Clinton didn't win the election, and they wanted to do something for girls to make sure that girls can become real leaders. And so they joined to form this organization that has now spread into 17 countries throughout the world. So what they saw is that although women can vote and run for public office in most countries, they are still not really represented in government bodies and in leadership positions. And so they see that there's an opportunity where we can mobilize and get women to become in more leadership positions and to be in strong public leadership. Because when women are leading things, things go well. And so this was the opportunity that they saw. Right, so in South Africa, we currently have, last year we only had 40 mentees. This year we're going to have 600 mentees. And so you can see how the organization is already growing in South Africa. And you are now the 4th cohort of G4G in South Africa. How amazing is that? That's fantastic, because you've got such an incredible group of girls on here. Globally, our targets are to reach 10,000 mentors and 1 million mentees by the year 2025. And G4G is now in 17 countries throughout the world, 7 in Africa, and we've even, this week actually, we started a new cohort in Sudan. So imagine, girls, by the end of 2025, we could have G4G mentors and mentees throughout the whole of Africa and the world. So in South Africa, the group is run by, there are five directors, and you will get to meet them at some stage. I'm sure they'll come and join some of the cohorts, so you'll get to meet them. On this call today, you've got myself and Asnath, who are part of the directors team. Then, in terms of who your leadership are for the cohort, we've got Asnath, Sharon, Gladys, Peggy, and myself. And when we introduce the mentors a little bit later, you can ask them some questions if you want to. I see some questions. Who would like to ask a question? I saw two hands were up. I'm sorry, I can't see at the moment who it is. Who put up their hands?
It's Frederica and Katlego.
It's Katlego and Frederica.
Please go ahead.
That was the time when we needed the sisterhood prayer. I wanted to read it, but I can't know how to take it off.
Thank you for volunteering, Katlego. Appreciate it. Frederica, you wanted to ask something?
No, it's about the prayer. I wanted to read the prayer.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you. All right. Now, girls, we're going to have a session. We have 6 sessions that we run, and the sessions are they build on each other. Okay. So today we're starting with building trust, and in the next 2 weeks we'll have the next session on courageous leadership. We then do art of communication. We then do negotiation. We discuss service and leadership, and then ethics and your graduation. And those are the dates for the session, which I have shared on the group. Why it's important that you attend all of these sessions is because, as I said, each session builds on the other. And we're going to have some incredible speakers who will talk to you to these topics specifically. As you see today, Asnath is going to talk to us about building trust. And so if you miss a session, unfortunately, you might miss the general learning some of the key skills that we cover in each session. When we do the art of communication and negotiation, you're going to get to practice yourselves as well. So it's important that you come and you learn those skills. What we want to do at G4G is we want to make each one of you a leader, because each one of you is a leader. You just don't know it yet. Each one of you has the incredible skills to become a leader in whatever environment that you're in. Okay, so what are the goals about G4G? And that's what I've just said. We want to make sure that you reach your full leadership potential. All of you are leaders, okay? We want to create a pipeline of women leaders to be entrepreneurs, managers, directors, chief executive, judges, ministers, and even presidents if possible. And what are the benefits of joining our organization? So you actually learn leadership skills at the base, okay? You learn how to communicate effectively and to negotiate. You've learned how to find your voice and find what your mission is, what you want to do with your life, you know. And these are things that you didn't even realize that you needed, but actually, once you've got them, you're going to understand. One of these days, you're going to go, oh yes, I learned that at G4G, and it'll be a skill that you'll have with you for the rest of your life. Okay. We want you to learn about ethical and value-based decision making, and most of all, we want you to become part of our sisterhood, and we want you to network and meet people who are going to help you grow and help you learn as individuals. So how do we do that? How do we teach you these things? Okay, so we do mentorship circles, we inspire you with speakers, and then we provide you with the network through your mentorship groups. And so there are some incredible things that you're going to do. You do learning through speaking, but you also learn to practice the skills yourself. And then you have a group of women who will support you wherever they can. So what are our expectations of you from G4G? So we want you to listen and to respect others wherever possible. This is a no judgment zone. You can be and say whatever you want to be. Your voice is the most important here. We want you to commit. And this is very, very important. This is part of what I said about the building on each session. It's so important that you show up and that you're here to gain the best out of these sessions. What we do say is that you can only graduate from the program if you attend 4 sessions. So please make sure that you do a minimum of 4 sessions, but we really want to have you here for all 6 because you'll benefit from it entirely if you do. Between each session, we will give you homework to do. And please, can I ask that you do the homework? Because if you don't, you won't get the full benefit of the next session as well. There'll be videos shared, and we'll let you'll need to watch the videos to make sure that you know what the next session is about. And we'll also engage with you on WhatsApp and send you messages in terms of what you need to do for each session. And then the most important thing is that we want to hear your voices. We want you to participate. We want you to put your hand up and say what you want to say. I saw on the WhatsApp group how excited and what an amazing group of girls you are already. I can see there's such energy here. And so it's just going to be incredible to watch how you grow through this program. And we want to hear your voices here too. And then after each session, we also ask for your feedback on each session to make sure that we hear what you have to say about how we're doing. And can I just ask that if you fall off for any reason, if you lose network connectivity, please sign back in so that you can keep going. All right.
Mama, sing years on you know what you
Mute yourself, girls. Please. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was very excited about G4G today. Okay, I'm now going to ask our mentors. We have the most incredible group of women as your mentors, and I'm going to now ask them to introduce themselves. We're going to do it alphabetically so that you can get to meet them. Please, can we start with Ayanda? If Ayanda's on the call, please, Ayanda.
Ayanda's on the call.
Hello, Ayanda.
Hey. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
To my new sisters, the mentees. Hi, I'm Ayanda. I am possibly one of the youngest mentors. I'm not sure, maybe, but one of the younger ones. I have been in G4G for a year now. I joined last year. Just to tell you about myself, I work in the transport industry. I work for Transnet, but I am also an academic. I am a graduate in science and a graduate in commerce. So I've got 2 degrees, and my postgrad is in economic science. I joined this group because I believe in paying it forward. I was mentored and groomed by amazing women who are the reason I am where I am today. So now this is my turn to give back and coach and lead and add value wherever I can possible. So I hope this is the start of something beautiful, guys. Mwah.
Thank you so much, Ayanda. Who's next? Peggy, do you want to go next?
Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, my name is Peggy, but also known as Ndombi, which I prefer these days. Okay, I am a mother of 2 boys. I am working for ComA Limited. I'm a specialist in network planning and alliances. I'm a master's graduate on strategy. And the reason I joined G4G is because I wanted to give back and make a difference to the girls. And the person who actually helped us to join G4G was Sharon Kekana, who's one of the mentors. So her and Asnath are the ones that actually introduced G4G to me. And I actually fell in love with the idea and the concept. And I thought, why not? Let's do it for the girls, because in our times, no one can do things like this for us. So we really appreciate the platform that G4G is giving us. And I hope you guys are gonna get a lot out of this program. Wishing you all the best. So good luck to all you future leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, Ntombi. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, Nikki, you next.
Good morning, lovely ladies. I'm Nikki. I'm from Johannesburg. I'm one of the newer G4G mentors. I'm in advertising and have been for 15 years, and I'm fortunate enough to work for Forbes Africa magazine. And basically why I'm here is I I'd like to offer support and guidance to empower other girls to lead. My dear friend Val, who's leading this group, is a dear friend of mine, and she was my boss 18 years ago. And we built a strong relationship then and built on our trust, and that's why I'm here today. So looking forward to meeting you all and sharing with you.
Thank you, Nikki. Nazreen. Nazreen, please go ahead.
Good morning, ladies. How are you? I'm Nazreen. So I joined G4G through my company Sage. It's a software company, and I got to know the wonderful ladies through there. I have a postgraduate qualification in industrial and organizational psychology, and I joined G4G to assist other ladies reach their full potential. So it will be great to work with you ladies, and I hope that you enjoy the session.
Thank you so much, Nazreen. Thank you.
Thanks, Nazreen.
Sitali, please, could you go ahead? Sitali?
Hi, ladies. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies. Hi, I'm Sitali Konoso. I joined G4G last year in the initial groups, the initial sessions, and became a mentor then. What's my background? My background is actually in IT and finance. So I'm a management consultant, predominantly in strategy and IT and finance. And why G4G? I was actually lured in by Rita because I mentored Rita prior in her early days. So, and it's exciting now to come onto this for G4G because they're young mentees, and you actually see the growth, and it's more exciting than those that have already been established. So I'm quite excited to actually join into another group and Asnath's group as well. And yeah, so I'm here ready to provide my services where necessary, and I'm sure we'll have a lovely time together. Yeah.
Thank you, Sitali. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. Is there a question? Revelina?
Good morning, ladies. First of all, you all look beautiful. So my name is Revelina. I heard Ayanda say she's like the youngest mentor. No, I think I'm the youngest. I'm still.
Oh, are we competing? Are we competing now?
I'm the youngest here. So I am a final year student at the University of Northwest Potchefstroom campus, and I'm studying accounting sciences. Al Sharon and Mam Asnath, I think also Peggy was also there. They are the ones who invited me to G4G, and I have never regretted it. I'm looking forward to knowing you better, to sharing, because there's always more to learn and more to give out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evelina.
Welcome, young blood.
Gladys, please do you go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gladys. My name is Gladys, and I live in Johannesburg. I am an electrical engineer by trade, but I currently am a director for the energy sector within my company. Fun fact about me is that, sorry about the noise in the background, but I'm quite interested in cultures and countries. So I always find myself working in a different country just to understand why they operate the way they are. Why have I joined Girls4Girls is I was introduced to G4G by Rita through a friend, and I've always wanted to give back to our young girls to show them that they can go further and higher than they can. So I'm quite excited being part of this group, and welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Sharon, can you introduce yourself? Sharon, are you there?
Oh, no.
No.
Okay. Who has it? I think Frederica? No, it's not gone. I'm going to leave Asnath till the last because we're going to introduce her as the main speaker. Because is there anyone else? Who hasn't gone?
Hi everyone.
Yes.
My name is Frederica Sarakwada. I joined G4G last year. I was a mentee and we had so much fun. I'm a postgrad at the University of Johannesburg studying community development. And I hope you guys learn and gain the excitement that we got last year so that you can experience more, because it's very much worthy. So good luck, guys.
Thank you so much, Frederica.
Thank you.
I graduate. I'm going to introduce to you Asnath Mahapa, who is our inspirational speaker for today and the head of the Asnath Mahapa Foundation and this cohort, ladies. We are so honored to have her speak to us today. Asnath was the first African female commercial pilot in South Africa. In 2016, she's won multiple accolades and awards. I've just mentioned some of them there. Recognized as one of the 100 greatest women in aviation worldwide. She's received acknowledgements from the Black Management Forum, and she was being nominated for the Woman of the Year Award in Science and Technology. Asnath has an amazing story to tell, and she grew up in rural Limpopo and wanted to fly from a very young age. I am now going to hand you over to Asnath. Please give her an amazing G4G welcome.
Welcome, Asnath.
Thank you. Thank you.
Asnath, why were you looking at that picture like you didn't know who you were looking at? You were looking at me. You know, she kept looking like, who's this person? Do I recognize this person?
Yeah.
Tell us, what is going on in your mind before you start talking? So you look really like,
No, Sitali, it's I don't know. I can't seem to get used to people when they talk about me.
I can see that. I can see it. That's humbling.
Someone else, not me. So
that goes to show how humble you are. It's fantastic.
So I kind of, so I just can't get used to it. But you can see I'm cheering up. But yeah. So.
Oh, go on. Go on.
So good morning, ladies. Good morning, wonderful ladies. And before I even go into my speech, I just want to give a brief background on regarding our foundation and how we got to join G4G. So the foundation, as you've heard, I think Val has mentioned a couple of times, Asnath Mahapa Foundation. I'm one of the co-founders. I know it's in my name, but I believe in support. I believe in if you find people with the same vision, there's always success when you find people with the same vision and you can do something together. It's always better to do it as a team than to do it as one. So I'm one of the co-founders, and there's two ladies here who co-founded the foundation with me, and it's Peggy Ndombi Goba and Sharon. She has not introduced herself as yet because she's struggling to connect. And we have a young man who unfortunately can't be here because he's a man who also is one of the founders of Asnath Mahapa Foundation. And Asnath Mahapa Foundation was established, to empower young women and men in the STEM project, which is your science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And this is because when we did our own research, we found that, and we're just looking in South Africa for the moment, that young women and men, they shy away from the science and maths subjects. I don't know whether it's because people are telling them they're difficult or what could be the myth out there. And so the problem here is that we're talking fourth industrial revolution. And if we don't have young women and men participating in the maths and science, we are going to be left behind. Are we now saying that we're going to have people coming from outside our country to, solve the problems that we are facing? Because 4IR is the future. I mean, fortunately, with my career, I get to travel around the world. I get to experience different cultures, and I actually get to learn a whole lot of things. And currently, if you go to the US, if you go to Europe, medicine has gone into 4IR. Doctors don't need to cut you anymore if they don't need to, they can use, you know, computers to find where the problem is and just pinpoint at that problem. And this is for IR. Recently, I found out that NASA has actually employed a group of, it's a company of architects to design one of their space stations, you know, and using fourth industrial revolution. So this is where Asnath Mahapa Foundation is coming from. Unfortunately, with COVID, things have come to a standstill, but we can't let COVID hold us back. So we need to find a way, and we will, of continuing with the STEM projects and the application of it so far. So that's, in a nutshell, that's Asnath Mahapa Foundation. We can talk about it, you know, more at a later stage. Sharon, do you want to introduce yourself? We can finally see you. Yes, Sharon. Now we can hear you. We can see you. We can hear you.
You're muted.
She's muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hi. I'm trying to connect. Finally.
No, you can briefly introduce yourself, then I'll continue.
Okay. My name is Sharon Kikana. I'm also a co-founder of Asnath Mahapa Foundation, as Asnath says. My background is I'm an aircraft maintenance engineer by profession, avionics systems. I've been playing around with aeroplanes for the past 19 years. And I met Asnath 13 years ago, mainly because of the challenges that we both have been faced in the industry. And we decided this cannot be the norm, this needs to change. And that's when the idea of the foundation started. And how I became involved with G4G is on our STEM project, we've identified that most of our girls are lacking the soft skills. And so we decided to find a platform where we can have a mentorship program for the girls. And that's when we came across G4G. And we found a perfect home for our program, and we've been at it since last year. So this is our second year on the program, and we're looking forward to having you as part of our family. And we hope that you're going to learn, you're going to have fun, and you're going to grow into future leaders that our country needs, credible, ethical leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaz. Okay, so yeah, then I'll go into my speech. But one thing that the young ladies who've just joined us today, one thing that you're going to pick up, and I hope you do pick up, and I hope it comes forth, is that in this group of women, we believe that no one stops learning. You know, learning it's a lifetime process. You never stop learning. So. And I encourage all of you, I would encourage all of you to start reading, you know, I'm not talking about reading magazines. I'm not talking about being on WhatsApp the whole day or Twitter. I'm talking about reading something that will encourage you, something that will empower you, just to prepare you. But, and you learn as we go with this program, how to go about things like that. And I love codes. I love codes. I love reading, you know, books of people who have accomplished a whole lot of things that, you know, I feel most of us are capable of achieving, but we just don't know how to get there. And one of these people is Steve Jobs. I don't know if you all know who Steve Jobs is, but Steve Jobs is the guy who came up with Apple. So those of you who use Apple phones, Apple iPads and stuff like that, that's the name. So Steve Jobs once said that we are here to put a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why else even be here? You know, the fact that you woke up this morning, for me, it means that God is not done with you yet. We are all born to learn something from life, to experience life, and then change or make an impact on this earth. That's what I believe. But a lot of us let our backgrounds define who we become. We stop dreaming because someone said to you, it has never been done. it is too difficult, you know, life is difficult. We hear those things all the time. And I'm here to tell you that, you know, life is not always difficult. It is your outlook on life that makes it difficult. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This is another quote from a man named Wayne Dyer. So if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You must see life through your dreams. You know, and always remember that when you do that, somehow the universe will always support you. That's how you got to G4G. It's, you know, when you keep on dreaming, you'll be amazed at how many doors open up for you. Now, my background, I grew up in Limpopo, as Val mentioned, in a small village in Hamatlala area. Both my parents were teachers. When I grew up, we didn't even have electricity. We did not have running water for most of my childhood. But I was fortunate to have a mother like my mother. You know, she was fearless. My mom was fearless. She knew that women are equal to the task, that we are capable of achieving anything we put our mind to. But she also understood that it takes discipline and mental strength to achieve one's dreams. My mother was my village. We're talking about building your village in this session. My mother was my village. My mother is the one who supported me in a whole lot of things. But she did it as a mother, you know, not someone that I did not know outside. So she became my village without me even knowing that she's my village. But she was so strict that for me, it was just easier to do well at school than to go back home and answer to this woman. And, you know, it was not at school, only at school, that where she expected us to do well. She expected us to do well in everything, be it cleaning the house, be it doing the garden, you know, cleaning your room, you name it, it had to be done properly. And sometimes we don't understand as young people why our parents are very strict. And you'll find that if you have a mentor, your mentor will become strict in every area of your life. When you are strict in every area of your life, if you make sure that you do everything properly in every area of your life, that's when success comes through. So I didn't understand why my mother was that strict, but that was the discipline that I needed in order for me to accomplish this dream of mine of becoming a pilot. You have to go an extra mile in order for you to be different and to make a difference. Remember that. You know, and given where I come from, no one would have thought that a young girl from a village would become a pilot one day. And unfortunately, my mother then passed on when I was only 12 years old. That was just before my 13th birthday. But she gave me the principles of life, to be independent of other people's opinions about myself and the decisions I make. She taught me that nothing was impossible. What people said had no impact in my dream of becoming an airline pilot. You know, when I was 13 years old, all I ever wanted to be was to be a pilot. I imagined myself flying that Boeing 747. I don't know if you know the Boeing 747. For those who've passed Rand Airport, they are parked there now, these big aeroplanes. That's what I imagined myself doing. That's all I could see myself doing. And I'm glad we have quite a number of you who are doing science and maths, because I like the man Albert Einstein. I think you know him. And Albert Einstein, besides being a scientist, he liked to talk about imagination. You heard me talking about what I imagined myself doing. And he said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination is the language of the soul. Pay attention to your imagination and you'll discover all you need to be fulfilled. Unquote. Remember, it's impossible to think an impossible thought. Whatever your dream is, it is possible. And they say the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. So when I was in grade 11, this is a long time ago, you were not born. Most of, yeah, all the mentees here, you were not born. I met a man, Mr. Ike Mapoto. We all called him Bra Ike. He had come to our school to fetch his granddaughter. And somehow he found out that there was a child with a Mahapa surname at my school. So he sent his granddaughter to find me. When we met, he introduced himself, gave me his background, where he grew up. And he grew up like about 5 kilometers from my village, so the next village, basically. And he also told me that he was taught by both my grandfathers. So my paternal and my maternal grandfathers taught him in school. And so he knew my whole family. He knew my aunts, he knew my parents, he knew everybody in my family. And immediately after the introduction, he asked me, he said, you know, in our language, what do you want to do when you grow up? And without hesitating, I told him, Braik, I want to become a pilot. You know? And for the first time since my mother's passing, I met someone who knew that a human being was capable of achieving great things. Val mentioned it earlier that we are all leaders. We are all, you know, great in our own way. Always remember that we are brought into this world to be great because we all have greatness within us. This man took me seriously about this far-fetched dream of mine of becoming a pilot, and he took it upon himself to expose me to anything he thought was critical for me to know. All of a sudden, I had my village again, you know, someone who was there for me in my corner, supporting me, giving me support. And this man did that. He introduced me to so many people. I met ministers through this man. I met even the former president, Jacob Zuma. I met him through this man because he wanted to expose me to anything that he thought was relevant for me to know. I am this confident woman today because I got that exposure through that man. He didn't expect anything in return, but he just wanted to teach me something in life. So, and Braik was a man who was in exile for the longest time. So it was his exposure, you know, to the realities of life that helped him help me. Yeah. He played a pivotal role in my life. He encouraged me to become better. You know, he committed himself to just holding my hand, and I wouldn't be here without him. So sometimes it's not only about financial backing, but it's about someone believing in you and someone just holding your hand. And this is what here at G4G, this is what we are trying to achieve. This is what we are trying to do for you girls. Now, the question for me is to you as a young woman, and this is a question that you need to ask yourself daily, is that, are you interested in achieving your dream, or are you committed to achieving your dream? The difference here is that if you are interested in achieving your dream, your excuses will become bigger than your dream. You will give up the moment you meet a challenge. When you're interested in your dream, when something difficult shows up in your life, you'll find yourself sleeping longer saying, no, I can't do this. And you give up because you're interested in your dream. But if you're committed, there's a difference. Commitment means that it doesn't matter what comes. It doesn't matter if you find if you go to bed and you're feeling like a champion and tomorrow morning life throws something at you. You know, life will throw blows at you and bricks at you. Sometimes you feel like, you know, you don't know what, you're really uncertain about what's coming next. This is when commitment comes in. When you're committed, it does not matter what happens. You'll stand up every time and you'll move forward. You'll take, even if it's one step forward. That's commitment. So from here on, you need to build your village, you know. But when you're building your village, there's certain things that you need to remember. is that you need, when you introduce yourself to people, you need to be authentic. You need to be your genuine self, remain genuine, because when you're not honest, when you're not truthful about who you are, people can see right through that, and people will lose interest and walk away from that. So be your true self. That's the main thing that's the most important thing that you need to know. You know, there are things though that you need to do in order for you to succeed besides building your village. Remember, the people in your village can walk the road with you. This road called life, they can walk it with you, but they cannot walk it for you. So there are processes in life that you need, steps that you need to take for you to be able to achieve. And these, you know, these are just some of the things that I did on my part, some of the things that I still continue to do, and I just need to impart them with you. And you can use whatever, you know, you feel resonates with you. So something that you feel, no, there I felt Asnath, and this is something that I think I can use. So here's my list. One of the things that I do, I believe in, is self-value. Sorry, my family is just coming into the house now. They're making noise. I don't know if you can hear them. Self-value. You know, a lot of times when there's a lot of issues in the society, in the community, with young women, self-value is almost always a factor in people's lives. So you need to value yourself. You know, this means that you must want more for your life, more than the next person. You must make an effort to get out there and make your dreams a reality. That's number one. Number two, stay humble. You know, there's nothing as exciting as remaining humble. Okay, stay humble. I believe in staying humble because you don't know where your luck, if I can call it that, where your next luck is going to come from, where the next person who's going to help you is going to come from. You need stay humble. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you are at any stage in your life, remain humble. The third one, know what you want. This is very important. You need to identify your gift. You need to know what you want. Because when you know what you want, it will help you to know what to do next. It will give you direction in knowing what to do next if you know what you want. So that's very important as well. The fourth one, believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to achieve your dreams. Believe in yourself. That's I cannot emphasize that. I don't know how to make it clearer. You need to believe in yourself. You know? And the fifth one, which is, you know, they're all important, but the fifth one, do not be afraid of failure. Understand and know that you are going to make mistakes. You are going to fail at some stage in your life. It is called life. You are going to fail. You are going to stumble somewhere along the line. As long as you get up and keep going, that's what's important. They say, you know, the one thing that you need to keep in mind is that 10% is what happens to you. We like pointing fingers at people. 10% is what happens to you. 90% is what you do with what happens to you. You can't sit and keep pointing fingers at people just saying that, oh, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that to me. No, that doesn't help. Whatever happened to you, you need to take responsibility. It's your life. Take responsibility and move on so that you can achieve your goals. And I'm actually at the end of my speech, but I just want to leave you with this. Yeah, my house is going crazy. It's Saturday, sorry. I just want to leave you with this. And this is from Pastor T.D. Jakes. He said, your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude as a person determines how high you can go. You cannot fly like an eagle if you are conditioned to think like a chicken. That's me. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Asnath. Girls, have we got any questions? You must have some questions for Asnath. Please put your hand up if you'd like to ask a question.
I see Musaiba.
Go ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, hello.
I wanted to ask if you may please repeat the last statement that says your attitude determines your attitude, something like that, because my network was a bit off.
Oh, I was saying your attitude determines your altitude.
Oh, thank you.
Did you hear that? Attitude determines your altitude. Altitude as in how high you go. Your attitude will determine how high you can go.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Come on, girls. If you're scared to talk, you can post a question in the chat box. If you want to ask a question in the chat box, please do. It's not every day you get to speak to someone like Asnath. So please, if you have any questions, please do ask. All right.
Now,
yeah. Go ahead. Does someone else want to ask something? No. Asnath, thank you so much. As always, you always bring such value to our sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Val.
Hi, can I say something?
Yes.
Hi, Asnath, thank you. Fantastic and very inspiring. I'm going to be very cheeky, Asnath. Thank God for the fact we're now home. So just to bring to reality this fantastic achievement of yours, why may I ask you to don your hat? We actually see our pilot. You know, it might inspire the
unfortunately,
just make it real. Bring it for us onto the screen. And let them see that this is really it. So just
unfortunately,
bring it on and bring it on. Just let it see. I mean, I'm in awe. So I can imagine what the girls, they probably just can't ask. So just do that for us.
Unfortunately, SAA, women don't have heads.
That's the cheeky request.
Women don't have heads at SAA. Yeah. Sorry? We don't wear heads, women, at SAA.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
Is that right?
It is. That's what it is. At SAA, women don't wear heads. Those are things that still need to be corrected. Everywhere else, women wear heads, but we don't.
Okay, just do that voice when you're in the cockpit. We just want to hear, you know, those things that you say, you know, this is your wherever flying you to whatever, you know. We just want that reality, just a mock-up. Bring the reality.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Someone's mic is on.
Me?
Okay. Okay. I can't. Okay. Let me go off camera. Then I'll talk. Okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, it's a very good morning. We hope you enjoyed this flight with us. We are about to commence with our descent for London Heathrow Airport. At this stage, we should be touching down at 10 minutes past 6 o'clock. Weather in London, temperature this morning is 15 degrees Celsius with some light northwesterly winds blowing. At this stage, we don't expect it to be delayed, and if there's any changes, we will keep you updated. For now, please sit back, Still relax and enjoy this flight with us. We'll speak to you again shortly after landing.
Oh, wonderful.
How's
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
For a moment there, I felt like I was actually on a flight. It was so nice to remember what it was used to be like.
Yeah.
I think you've flown me before. I now think I recognize that voice. You've flown me before.
Is it? Okay, thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Any questions, ladies? One last chance for any questions. I love it. No. Okay. All right, girls.
I have something to say as well.
Go ahead.
I just had a memory there when Asna, you know, when you introduced her and she was looking at a picture like, who's this person? I also looked at that picture and I'm thinking, who's this person now? You know, every time somebody starts telling Asna's story, I get puzzled, you know, to think I've heard the story personally from her. I mean, I'm very close to her. I work with her and everything. But every time somebody talks about the story, I also get the same feeling. Like I get very surprised to say, okay, this is Asnath. Okay, Asnath is a friend of mine, but it just does not register that this is her and she's a pilot and now she's flying the 340s. That's why I've sent a message saying, nice one, Captain Mahapa, in inverted commas.
So true. It's because of your humility, I think. So often, you know, you carry yourself in such a beautiful way that no one would ever realize how much you've actually accomplished because you're just such a genuine person. And I think that authenticity is exactly what we try and drive at Girls4Girls. And that's why you are such an amazing representative for us. So thank you so much, Asnath. Thank you again.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you.
So now we get into the part of the day where you go and get to meet your mentors. And what's going to happen now is that I'm going to send you into separate rooms from the main section, okay? And
Back. Yes.
hello, everyone! How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Hey. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy yourselves?
Yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm sorry, the breakout room bit was a bit challenging. I'm doing this for the first time today, but I'll get better at it. I promise.
Yes.
All right.
Homework.
Yeah. I want to get some feedback from you guys. We're going to go for volunteers. Which group wants to go first and give an overview? Can we get some volunteers? Who would like to go first? Malene, are you volunteering? No. Any volunteers? Carol! Yes! Number one!
Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Morning.
Hi.
Well, my group's name is Mbogoto, and we defined this name as strong, determined. We define this name in a sense that it's like a word that we can look back to and be like, with this word, it's gonna help me to build my life, move on, as in like, you know, whatever challenge life throws at me, I'll be able to still continue and not give up, and just like sort of like a self-empowerment word. Basically what we did is that we were given fruit names. Mine was banana, and we established group roles, which was to respect one another, respect each other's opinions, and to not judge one another. And the main thing that we focused on was building communication, building trust through communication,
Thank you so much. Well done, guys. Brave girls. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Who would like to go next?
Can I please go next?
Yes, Shai, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm from group 5. We decided on being dandelions. So our mentees are Rebecca, Melita, Bianca, and Itumeleng and Michelle. And then our mentors are Gladys and Nikki. We have like multiple goals, such as getting good grades, getting our learner's license. Some of us want to be an architect, others a lawyer. I want to be an occupational therapist. We also want to like become more confident, learn to communicate better and improve ourselves. We all have fears, such as the fear of failure. Many of us are scared of the pandemic, so COVID-19. We want to become independent and not be dependent on others. We want to overcome the fear of, not necessarily the fear, but we want to be more open and not as closed off or closed up. So yeah, and then our expectations of the group is just to get more inspired, learn more, learn other values, and have support from our group. And yeah.
Fantastic! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can I ask one?
Can I just say? The previous speaker, I love your room.
It's very nice.
Girls, if you have spoken, please won't you just type a summary of what you just said in the chat so that we've got it on record, please, if you don't mind. That's amazing. Well done, Shai. So well spoken. Thank you. Who would like to go next?
Can I go next?
Yes, go ahead, Zanele.
Okay, so I'm in room 3. We have Nazreen and Asnath, and we decided to call ourselves the Girls Without Borders, in brackets, Limitless Stars. So Girls Without Borders it could be any woman that does not have limitations. So in this case, what we are saying is that we do not have limitations, and our backgrounds are not going to stop us to achieve what we actually want to achieve. We are stars, and each and every star is unique in its own way. It shines in its own way. So us being stars, we glow in the dark, meaning that everything that our family throws at us, we withstand it because we are the stars that shine in the dark. We are the limitless stars. We are girls without borders, which means that there is no we do not have a mark or a limit to say this is where we're gonna end, this is where our story ends. We want to see how far we can get, and that's why we have taken off the borders and we have not limited ourselves, and we have put a star on top of our heads to say that wherever we go and wherever we meet shall see the star first, and we shall shine brighter than what we actually are. And our group stands on respect, and we have a motto that sister for sister, you respect the other sister, because instead of us bringing ourselves down to say, oh, I dislike her, what we're going to do is that I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to stand with you. I'm going to walk with you, or I'm going to run with you, because it's sister for sister. You are my sister and I am your sister. I help you, you help me, and we respect each other. Thank you. That's room 3.
Wow. Was amazing. I love Zanele. Wow, you spoke so well. And everything you said is exactly what we want to create at G4G. You are limitless. You can go out there and do amazing things, and there is nothing holding you back. So well done. I love to see it. Who's going to go next, guys?
I will.
Go ahead.
My room was room 2, and we agreed that we're gonna be committed, be on time, no judgment, and we must keep track of participation. And also we talked about our inspirations, our personal goals, and what our challenges are. And then Alison Tombi said something that when you exercise and you feel like you're gonna be like you are sleepy, just stand up, do some exercise, and then you'll be fine. And then one thing I also learned is that whatever situation you have, it is possible only if you believe in yourself. And it felt good telling someone what my goals are, because I normally don't do that. But yeah, room 2 was the best.
Yes.
What was your name?
Your name.
It's coming.
The name of the group?
It was room. Oh, we don't have a name yet, but soon we'll come up with a name.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Yes.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want to hear all your names, then we'll take it from there.
Yeah. Olivia, you rock.
Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, so we'll call you the waiting group for now.
No, call us the surprise, Val. Call us the surprise.
I love that.
Positive.
I think surprise is beautiful because you're always going to keep bringing them the amazing stuff. That's why you surprise us. So yeah, that's fantastic. Well done, Olivia. I loved your confidence. You spoke so beautifully. Thank you. Who's next, guys? Who hasn't gone? We've had group 1, group 3. Who hasn't gone yet? Mentors?
I think Kagiso, yeah, the last one. Kagiso?
She here?
You need to mute yourself. Can she hear me? For group 4.
Oh.
For group 4. Yeah.
Yes.
Jay.
Oh, okay. I'm Kagiso and I was in room 4. And the name of our group was Tech Frontliners. Because okay, we decided on that name because we all wanted to be in the tech field, in the engineering field specifically. One wanted to be a sound engineer, and myself and Kunzwalo wanted to be myself and Kunzwalo wanted to do civil engineering. And our motto was practice what you preach, leaving procrastination out of it.
Yes.
Okay, how we came about the motto is most of the time we hinder ourselves from doing a lot of things because of procrastination, and we tend to say, well, okay, I'll do this and I'll do that. At the end of the day, we don't even end up doing those things because we don't do them at that specific time, but we tend to say, I'll do it that time and I'll do that specific time. And again, in our group, they asked us questions like our inspirations, who we look up to, and what I can say I've learned from my group is that your background doesn't have to define who you are and where you are coming and where you are going. So yeah, that is room 4.
Kagiso, fantastic. Wow. I just looking at the confidence already that you girls are showing and how well you are speaking and how well you are representing. I just see such an amazing, amazing group of young women here. Would any of the mentors like to give feedback? Nikki, you just unmute yourself.
I was just going to say it's just such a wonderful group of ladies that we've got to meet today. Shared so many different hopes and dreams, and thank you to them for having kind of having confidence in speaking up for themselves and being able to share with us, because we know it's not easy, and we are just here to support. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikki. Anyone else?
Okay, can I come?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the young ladies for making time, and for the and to the mentors as well, just making time, and the young ladies, you know, for opening up to us. I'm talking about our group, but I think I would like to believe that it happened in all the groups. Just opening up and telling us about your inspirations, and some of you even shared some of your personal experience. You know, you touched on your personal experiences. So for me, thank you so much for trusting us and for believing in us. And we promise to do our best to guide you, to hold your hands, and where I cannot help, I promise to try and find help for you. So yeah, thank you.
We came up with a name.
Thank you, Asnath.
I'd like to go. For me, I would like to say thank you to the ladies for waking up early on a Saturday morning to come and join our cohort, the mentors. Thank you for your sacrifices. The mentees, thank you for making yourself vulnerable to strangers and creating a sisterhood. And from what I've seen in my group is that we're building a community of strong future leaders. And ladies, please keep on joining us, coming to the sessions. And I'm sure by the end of this mentorship program, you will be different people.
Okay, I'd also like to say something. Thank you very much, ladies. I'm quite impressed. I mean, first day, everybody was on the call. Amazing to see such a turnout of young ladies who commit to wake up in the morning to discuss, you know, serious topics that we're going to start discussing. And thank you to my group. We've met 3 lovely ladies. We're still missing 4. I think we had technological issues there, but we'll catch up with them on the WhatsApp group. And I'm very happy, you know, and it's amazing how much we've, just by sharing the 1 hour, which was not enough, Vel.
It goes so quickly. It goes so quickly.
And you know, you so wish that you can actually see the ladies. We can all be in one room and embrace. I'm so excited. So looking forward to the second session. And thank you so much for coming into this platform, even to the mentors. And thank you for the dedication. So let's keep it up. Let's go.
Does anyone else have anything else to say? What about the mentees? Do you have any other mentees?
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for the stories that we heard in the individual groups. Oh, yeah. And most of all, I think the mentors need to know that we're here. We're mentors in the sense that we've made ourselves available to you. So it's an opportunity for you to grasp as well, other than taking out your aspirations and say, you know, to be courageous and to be leaders, future leaders. Know that we're here, we're available for you. So feel free to ask questions, and that's the whole point of the whole G4G. We are here for you. So you're not alone. It's one, we've got our own small circle, but we've got a larger circle out there, big village out there for everybody else. Okay.
Would anyone else like to say something?
Maybe.
Gladys, would you like to say something?
Okay, yeah, I'll say something. Thanks for this morning session. I enjoyed it. I'd like to say thank you to the mentees for opening themselves up, being vulnerable, talking about their goals, their fears, their challenges, and telling us where they would like to hope to be. As we mentioned in the session, that you are part of a network, you know, 35 mentees in this group, but you're part of a wider network within South Africa. And even with that, as part of Girls4Girls, you're part of a wider international network. So open up, share your goals, ask the questions. We're here as mentors to put you in touch with the people that we know, to help you answer the questions and also help you to be better leaders and actually be our future leaders, because we have so much hope in you, and you are the ones who come up with new ideas, new ways of doing things. And yeah, thank you.
Would any of the other mentees like to say something? We've heard from the 6 group representatives, but what about the other mentees? Who would like to say something? What did you think of the circles? Did you enjoy the circles? I might nominate someone if I do. Mbali, you look so engaged. I can see you look so interested in what's going on. Why don't you tell us what you thought about the circles? Ah, you can do it. You can do it. Anybody else? I won't put pressure on you. Maybe if you want to, you can type something in the chat box, Mbali. You don't have to say it. Any of the other ladies? Come on, girls. We need to hear your voices. We are here for you. Rochelle, what did you think of the circles? Rochelle? You're on mute?
You're on mute.
Can you hear me, Rochelle? No.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. What did you think?
My group. I learned a lot from my group. So I don't know how to put it. Like, I have no words for it, but it was fun. It was exciting. Yeah, we still have a long way to go, but yeah, we're ready for it.
Yes, you see. That wasn't so difficult. You did so well. Thank you. Rebecca, would you like to say something?
I'd like to say that I'm very glad that I was put in the group that I was put in. Everybody, our mentors and mentees, they are very inspirational, and I'm looking forward to growing within this. Yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. You talk about us being inspirational, but I think actually you girls are the inspirational ones, because you are our future leaders and you're the ones who are going to go out and do amazing things. So as much as you're learning from us, we're learning just as much from you. So thank you for those beautiful words. Who else? Lesejo, would you like to say something? You on mute, Lesejo?
I'm shy.
I won't put pressure on you. Anyone else?
Firstly, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'd like to thank our mentors and my fellow mentees for taking this time and opportunity to be here with us today. My problems are not only my problems, but they're common amongst a lot of us.
Breaking up and I think
So your network, I think.
So what challenge that I'm going through, I am going to conquer network. Yeah. No, it's fine. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, you.
Carry on.
No.
Woo!
You're breaking up again.
Are you breaking up? Maybe type, Lisa. Maybe type your message.
Yeah. Sorry, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
You're coming and going. Maybe turn your video off and let's see if that will improve your connection. If you keep your audio on and turn your video off. Let's try that. Try again.
No.
Not working.
Not working. Maybe type your message.
Okay, what about any of the other girls? Anyone who hasn't spoken? We can't hear you. I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Swallow, would you like to say something? You got a big smile on your face. I saw you. You got a big smile on your face. You want mute to Swallow?
Well, I already sent something to the chat.
You can never say enough.
But really, that's all I had to say.
All right, that's fine. Anybody else? Okay, that looks like that's it. Nazreen, Frederica, as our newest mentee, would you like to say anything or any feedback about today?
I think this is a
Can you hear me?
very lively group of ladies. Oh, Frederica, are you speaking?
You can go first, it's fine.
Perfect. You ladies are very lively, and this is a very exciting journey ahead. And just know that we are here to support you and to provide guidance. And it will be an amazing journey for all of us.
Thank you, Nazreen. Frederica?
I'd like to thank the mentees for giving me an opportunity for my first time experience as a mentor. It was really a very great first time experience with Mom Sharon and Sentali together. I'd also like to encourage the mentees to keep on moving with whatever they wish to accomplish. And what else can I say? I'm not a very talkative person, so I'm not a very much talker. But at the same time, I would like to encourage them to be who they want to be and be themselves. Like Mom Asnath said, she was a very good encouragement to me, and I hope that what she said got to them too, because it got to me too. So thank you, and good luck with everyone.
Ayanda, would you like to say something? You've been quiet.
So I think just a disclaimer, my group rocks. Okay, group 2. Woo! Everyone in group 2.
Yeah.
Yes. The girls are awesome. Our energy is high. I'm so glad that I got to meet those that I did. Unfortunately, with some, the connection was too bad, so we didn't meet some. I can't wait to meet them in the next one. We have our homework. So girls, make sure your homework gets done for the next session. And I'm hopeful, and I know that we're going to be successful in with what we want to achieve in this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, ladies, does anyone else have anything else they want to say? Questions that you want to ask?
Val, I do not have a question, but I have something to say. Today's session from my side, I think it was a good one. It went well. It was the first time. I've mentored before, but I've never mentored like this, especially online. So I think we had an amazing session. The girls brought in the energy. The Mbogoros did show how it's done. So I really had an amazing time, and I would like to thank the mentors and the mentees for giving up their time this morning. I think it was worth it from my side. I hope it was from everyone's side as well. And I think all the mentees know we have homework, and I know we are gonna do our homework, all of us. And yeah, thank you.
Revelina, I just want to say thank you for your support with all the admin stuff that was going on in the background. You really picked up and ran with things there. So thank you for being a real sister there. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, Val.
All right. Unless anyone else has anything else they want to say, I'm just going to sort of wind things up today. One last opportunity. No. Okay. So for next week, yes, go ahead.
I have a quote for the ladies.
Go ahead, Olivia.
Okay, it goes, and one day she discovered that she was fierce and strong and full of fire, and that not even she could hold herself back because her passion burned brighter than her fears, by Mark Anthony.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Go Team
That's
Food.
a surprise group.
We surprise you all the time.
It's a surprise group.
Keep on surprising. I love those surprises. Keep on surprising. That's amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, anybody else? This is your time to talk, girls. All right. Then I'm going to wind up for the day. So we talked about building trust. We talked about how important it is to build trust, to find those people in your lives that you want to be your board of directors, to find the people who are going to be closest to you and help you achieve what you need to achieve. Today was your first journey with the G4G ladies, and you met an amazing group of women and fellow mentees. And this is the beginning of your circle. And this is how you learn how the G4G network grows and will help you going forward. So our next session is courageous leadership. And courageous leadership is about finding the things in life that you are passionate about and going out and making things happen. And it doesn't have to be big things. It doesn't have to mean you're going to have to fight climate change and be another Greta Thunberg. Maybe there's something close to you, somewhere close to you, where you can make a difference, especially with COVID now. Maybe there are families around who could need you, who could help, you could help. Or maybe there are children or people in your school who you could help. It's about finding things that you really care about and things that you can go and do that makes a difference. So your homework for next week is as follows. Number one, we will share a video with you that you must please watch on courageous leadership. It's quite a long video. If you struggle to watch it, we can log on early again next week and watch it like we did this morning before the session. Number two, please identify courageous leaders. Who are your courageous leaders? Who are the people that you admire? Is it your mom? Is it your grandmother? Is it your father? Is it Michelle Obama? Who are the people you admire? But most importantly, not only who, why. We want you to come tell us why you admire them, because it's the why behind the what that is far more important, okay? Lastly, we want to think about what your personal mission is, what it is that you can do to fundamentally step up and become a leader in this world. How will you make a difference? What is it that you want to care passionately about to make a difference in this world? And then the last one is we'll send you a feedback form and we'll ask you please to fill in the feedback form because we need your feedback on the session. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to take a photograph because, of course, we have to have all of your beautiful faces on our screens. And I just want to say to everyone, thank you, thank you, thank you. Girls, you are amazing. From the day that we created the first WhatsApp group, your energy has been incredible, your enthusiasm has been incredible. You are an amazing group of young leaders. And I cannot wait to see what you're going to bring to G4G. I'm going to play some music and I want you to click and I want some energy. We're going to close off dancing and we're going to take some photographs. And I'm going to ask who has a good camera of the mentors. Please could someone use their camera to take a photograph if possible, because I'm going to be using mine to play the music. You can take a photograph for us.
Maybe let's all try to do it, the few of us. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so we will see you in 2 weeks' time when we talk about courageous leadership. And I want to say thank you to everybody, and thank you for everything that you've done. It's been amazing having you here.
Can we have all the videos on, please?
We taking a photo. It's on. Yeah.
See you next time. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Hi. That's it, am I?
Put all your videos on, please, girls. Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.